Hi, my name is Julie Helmer, and I am one of the PECFAS Train the Trainers for the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. You might have been trained by me, you might have been trained by me and Dr. Sabin, but I'm here to share some tips and tricks that I've learned in using Zoom to allow us to offer virtual PECFAS training to help assist in managing what it means to train virtually. So just going to share some tips and techniques that I've learned across the way. Unfortunately, I can't share all of them because I don't have anyone invited into my session today, but hopefully you'll figure it out. So one of the things I love about Zoom is it has this wonderful poll option. You have to create the poll before you launch it. So I'm going to launch the poll now, and you're going to see this is kind of what people would see. There's questions. How long have you been a PECFAS trainer? And are you also a CAFAS trainer? You launch it and people can answer it, and then you end polling, and you would share the results, and people can see the answers. And as long as you create the poll ahead of time, that's something that you can go ahead and launch. It's in the meetings tab. If you Google it and ask, how do I create polls in my Zoom meetings? It's something that you can do. It's in one of the plans that you have to purchase. It's not in the free plans. So that's another thing you're gonna have to think about is purchasing a Zoom account, because the free plans only last for 45 minutes and PECFAS training takes much longer than that. So that's something I've also learned. So buy an account and then you have that polls option. The other thing that I've really loved is Breakout Rooms. And you can see here, Breakout Rooms, right? It does it automatically. You can create as many rooms as you want. And then it has so many participants in rooms. I loved the use of Breakout Rooms. It helps keep your training interactive and it changes up the dynamic. You can have different participants in. I did PECFAS training with about 8 participants. So I kept switching up the rooms. So people were invited into different rooms, got to talk to different people, and that's kind of how I manage the breakout rooms. What I used the breakout rooms was when we did the quizzes. So the other nice part is you can share your screen. So let me share my screen, and you can see if you upload your information ahead of time. So I'm going to upload the PowerPoint that I have here. Share your computer sound is down here. You need to make sure that you share your computer sound, and you're going to go ahead and share it. Now, a tip I found from someone, it's not mine, but I'm going to share it with you because it's delightful, is if you go here to Slideshow and you click on Setup Slideshow and you click on this little button that says Browse by an individual window. So Slideshow, Setup Slideshow, and then Browse by an individual window. If you click that and click OK, then you go click Slideshow from beginning. The nice part is I can minimize this on my screen and allow me to see my participants here to the right. And I can pull up my chat box if I need my chat box. I like to have my chat box down over here, my participants over here on the right. And then I can go ahead and go through my PowerPoint, still managing, seeing everyone, and they see a full screen of the PowerPoint. So they get to see the full screen option and you don't have it to take over your whole computer and laptop. And so that's been a nice way of managing seeing people. The way I did the PowerPoint is I still managed the quizzes. I just kind of went to the quizzes. I had people read them and then I sent them to chat boxes to talk about their answers. And then they came back and we discussed the answers. And that was a way that I tried to make it interactive. The trick I've also learned is to give breaks, right? It's important to give breaks and have some different ways to kind of break up the content, whether it's including some fun videos from time to time, to switch up how you encourage people to participate. Another thing that I asked for, which made it a little bit more interactive, was I had individuals read the PECFAS items so that we could just digest them and talk about them as needed, and just sort of did that in a way that it just switched up voices so that we could have a different voice as we were kind of talking and doing kind of that little kind of option. So I have done PECFAS training virtually. It works well. My other suggestion to you is to keep the sizes small. You don't want too many people because when you're scoring the vignettes, I chose to have people email me the answers and do email conversations back and forth if they got items wrong or differently, and then offered phone support as needed. I know other PECFAS and CAFAS trainers have done it differently, but that's what I chose to do, and that works really well. And then I made sure they deleted all of the answers back. I asked them to make sure they deleted those answers. We did the emails back and forth. And then I just kept an email that they did all of that. But in these times, it's just we kind of have to navigate what we can do virtually, make PECFAS training work. You can make PECFAS training work virtually. I did the 2-day, I did the booster. I would recommend perhaps doing it in smaller chunks. I did 2 full days back to back, and that can be kind of long and cumbersome. It was a 9 to 3. It worked, but it was 2 long days of training, so you just kind of have to let people know it's 2 long days of training. The booster I did all in 1 day, and that seemed to work out okay, but it just, what I also found in training virtually is sometimes things just take a little bit longer. You think it would go faster, but it tends to take a little bit longer. Making sure you're sitting with people, digesting the information, making sure they understand it. You can also have a breakout room where you can talk one-on-one with an individual. You can join breakout rooms, so you can go throughout your breakout rooms and have conversations with individuals and see if they're having any concerns or issues, which is kind of fun. You just go join a breakout room and then you come back to the main room, join the next breakout room. And that's just been a kind of a fun little tip and technique that I've learned from using Zoom. So those are my main tips and tricks. Hopefully you'll find them helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'm happy to answer any personal emails or dive deeper into what I found helpful as I've offered PECFAS training virtually for my organization and around the state, just kind of what we've done to try to make PECFAS training manageable in this time when we're not doing a lot of things face-to-face. So stay safe, take care. Again, my name is Julie Helmer, and I'm happy to assist you with any questions, concerns you have related to PECFAS. I don't do anything with CAFAS, but only PECFAS. Take care and have a great day.